On Overdrive this week, we find out what Vietnamese EV brand VinFast has in store for the Indian market with their offerings launching in India soon. We also catch up with Škoda Auto India's first Indian brand director, Ashish Gupta, to know about the brand's latest growth plans and EV strategy, especially in their 25th year in India. Hello and welcome to Overdrive. I'm Soini Dutt. The Vietnamese brand VinFast is bringing its all-electric crossover, the VF6, to India pretty soon. It will be rivaling the likes of the Tata Curvv EV, will be powered by a 59.6 kilowatt-hour battery pack, will offer 399 kilometers of driving range, will offer slick interiors, level 2 ADAS. Here's Kranti with more details.
A Vietnamese car company is entering the Indian market, as you know. You've seen it at the Bharat Mobility Expo, and this is the first time I'll be driving this VinFast product. This is the VF6. We'll be driving VF6 and VF7. The drive is not very long, so I won't be able to give you a very detailed review on this car, and that won't do justice to, either of us. And that's why let's focus on the looks and some of the bits which I recorded during this short drive. So first of all, looks. If you look at this DRL, this is what you'll see in all the VinFast cars. This white DRL or LED strip which meets at the center with the VinFast logo at the center. Then you have this nice headlamp cluster which has this dam as well. So this looks pretty cool. Overall, feels compact, feels modern, and take a look at the tires. This is 225 55 R18, and this alloy is not the alloys which we saw on the VF7. This is like a regular alloy, and even the door handles. Now take a look at the interiors of this VF6. This is electrically adjustable driver's seat. You don't have MID over here. You have HUD display, and this steering wheel which can be adjusted for height and reach, and this has lots of features and controls. Nice metallic highlights at the bottom. This infotainment screen, which is a big screen, and 1/3 has all the information which you generally see on the MID. For example, speed and battery charge and the kind of range this is showing. So 79% battery is left and 301 kilometers of range is left. Then you can control many features, including the ORVMs, from this screen only. So more or less, most of the functions which we're used to, operating via physical switches or buttons. So many features have gone into this. For ORVMs, I still feel that physical buttons could be a better option, but anyway. So that is one thing. Then you have this AC vent. So overall feel is very driver centric. If you look at the way AC vents are designed, this one, and the drive mode selector, which is a cool touch. This one is also a driver oriented setup. Then this center panel is empty. You can put your phone or keep your phone over here or some stuff. Then you have two bottle holders, glass holders, and infotainment volume controls, etc. Armrest, and then you have two Type A charging ports and 12 volt power point. So this is the first row of VF6. The passenger side or co-driver side is not powered. This is manually adjusted, and this one has powered ceilings. You can look at this P, which basically means this is what the information you'll get: ADAS, drive mode, and battery charge. Now the second row of VF6, which just adequate for two passengers, I guess. It's not very spacious, but yeah, for two passengers, I think this is comfortable. Average Indian height passengers, I think 3 would be okay, but again, not very spacious. You have this, then you have this moonroof, which is almost the whole roof is glass roof only. So this is the kind of space you see in the VF6 second row, and now the luggage space of VF6. This also comes with a spoiler and a wiper, and you have ample space for a short family weekend trip. So guys, this is the VF6, which is more of a family-oriented vehicle in this whole portfolio, I guess. And this is fitted with 60 kilowatt hour battery. The power output is around 200 PS. Right now we are on this VinFast test track where there's a speed limit, so we won't be going that fast. But this, the ride quality right now, I can tell you that this feels pretty composed, quiet and refined. I'll just make some random turns here, or just to understand what kind of control I see, or what kind of agility I can feel in this car. So as we mentioned, this is more of a family car, so don't expect it to be the performance-oriented product. So I can feel proper body roll, and again, so guys, the VF6, 0 to 100, 3, 2, 1 and go. Okay, takes around 9 seconds. I mean, it also gives an impression that it's not in its comfort zone when you're pushing it so hard. So as I mentioned, family-oriented package, this VF6.
Well, VinFast also has plans to bring the more premium VF7 to India. More on that after this very short break. Welcome back here with us on Overdrive. Along with the VinFast VF6, Kranti Sambhav has also driven the VF7, which will be launching in the country pretty soon. So we'll tell you all about its styling, its premium cabin, extensive list of features, powertrain options, all you need to know before its launch.
This is VinFast VF7, another electric car company which is entering in the market. And we have seen this car at the Bharat Mobility Expo at Bharat Mandapam this January. And VF7 comes in two different variants. One is the all-wheel drive options with two motors, dual motor option, and then there's one rear motor option, which obviously has a difference in power and some of the features and definitely capabilities. The face, which has this typical V-shape LED DRL, which we have seen in all the VinFast cars, and overall feels minimal and premium with this dull metallic finish in the front grille and nice dark grey nose. Overall, this feels minimal and friendly, I would say, and modern as well. This is fitted with 245/50 R19. This is the VF7 spec, and you look at this door handle, flash door handles. So now let's take a closer look at this interior, where I'm sitting on the driver's seat and I'm just trying to adjust it according to my height. So you have electrically adjustable driver's seat. Steering wheel, can I adjust? Yes. Reach and brake. Steering wheel looks compact and sporty with this flat bottom and this big panel with V logo on that. The information which you generally see or generally look for can be accessed through the HUD. So that basically is the part of HUD. And then take a look at this infotainment screen, which, I mean, 1/3 of it is the information which we look for in the MID: speed, what gear you are in, what driving mode you are in. Then you have 76% battery left, 361 kilometers of range left, and then you see this. So for ORVMs, you have to use the screens to access that, and these buttons on the steering wheel to adjust the ORVMs. Now look at this panel, which has all the drive modes, which is nice touch. This is pretty cool. And then you have wireless charging, you have a couple of bottle holders and 2 Type A charging ports, and you have some space under the armrest. And as the engineers at VinFast explained to us, that many features which are part of the left-hand drive configuration are modified for the Indian customers, and this is what they have tried doing that, so that this is just not a translation of left-hand drive to right-hand drive. It also incorporates some of the Indian specific features. Now take a look at the second row of VF7. This space is nice. This is spacious, And 2 passengers, really comfortable, really cozy. And for 3 passengers, this is adequate. And huge moonroof. DRL, which you saw the front, similar pattern at the rear with tail lamps. 2 lines which are connecting the edges of the corners and meeting at this V-shaped logo. And then again, lots of dull metallic feel on the bumper. So overall looks premium, and there's a spoiler which is a huge spoiler. This looks nice. And there's a wiper as well. And look at this space. So this is the VF7, as I mentioned. This is the standard variant, not the all-wheel drive option. This is fitted with around 70 kilowatt-hour battery pack, and the power output is around 201 PS or something. So I guess this is all, I think, not final figures, because obviously when the final product comes and goes for testing, then we get to, or VinFast lets us know about the final figures. But these are the, I'm just giving you the context. This is what the car feels like, and this is the kind of fitments we are talking about. So right now we are going, I think, under speed limit. This is 44 kmph right now. This is more of a spirited product, and you'll feel more, that performance-oriented figures or behavior in this, and I can feel that because right now trying to, obviously the track is not a race track, this is just a test track, but I'm just trying to understand the overall eagerness of this car, and this feels nice. And I think you can hear the tire screeches as well. For all-wheel drive variant of VF7, this packs 2 motors, and that's why the power output is, I think, 50% more. So overall, you have this quiet and pretty composed ride feel to it. Right now it feels like a proper urban car. While turning also, you have some kind of body roll, and this comes with a sense of or kind of balance between performance and comfort. Now we try that 0 to 100 and see how this performs. 3, 2, 1 and go. Okay, like the sound, like the way it takes off, and definitely much faster, definitely. It pulls really nice, very linear, in control, composed, and that motor sound, that the whining of that motor or coil, it has this sweet note, and right now it feels peppy and exciting. Basically, this is also fitted with ADAS level 2 features. So there's a basic difference between all 3 cars which I drove. VF7 all-wheel drive, which has 2 motors, which obviously is more powerful. It accelerates in a very confident and consistent manner, very linear, but still very exciting. I would say that is more performance oriented, with a sweet sound of that coil or whining. The VF7 regular model or regular variant is not that quick. VF6, again, not only it takes around 9 seconds, I mean, it also gives an impression that it's not in its comfort zone when you're pushing it so hard. So as I mentioned, family-oriented package, this VF6.
Time to head into our final commercial break here on the show, but don't go anywhere, because on the other side we catch up with Skoda Auto India's very first Indian brand director. here with us on Overdrive. What you see right behind me is the latest Kodiaq that has launched in the country, and we are at an off-road track to experience this. It's not only this, we also are getting to drive the other SUVs from Skoda's range. Let's take a look, but that's not the only thing that has brought us here to Alibag this week. Škoda Auto India celebrates 25 years in the country, ranking among the top 7 car brands in India today. With offerings ranging from an affordable compact SUV for price-conscious buyers to the more premium offerings and also capable SUVs with off-road credentials, the brand continues to grow and diversify here in India. Here's more from Škoda Auto India's first Indian brand director, Ashish Gupta. Mr. Gupta, thank you so much for joining us on Overdrive and CNBC. Congratulations on your new role as brand director for Škoda Auto India, that too in its 25th year.
Yeah.
How are you going to be approaching the Škoda brand differently than Volkswagen in India?
I think, the approach, I think every brand has its DNA. Every brand has its things which ticks for them. And right now I'm in the phase of finding out what ticks for Škoda. I've been, of course, part of the group and watching how the Škoda brand is doing from an outside. But now that I'm inside, but at the end of the day, the basics of the business remain the same. You have to know your customers, you have to know your dealers, you have to know your markets, you have to know your product. Yeah, as long as those basics are known, I think a little bit tweaking in the strategy and you can make.
Kodiaq has quickly become the the top seller, in fact, from the brand, but it is also cannibalizing the Kushaq's sales numbers, right? So how do you plan to?
No, I don't think so. I think, if you look at it, it is also a question of a network ramp up. Yeah? So we have expanded almost 60 outlets in the last 6 months, and by this year we plan to end up at 350 outlets. So when you are ramping up your network to that extent, getting the team focused at the dealership on each of the products is sometimes difficult. You have to also understand that we are now getting into a mass segment which has very different dynamics and very different customers from what our network has been used to. So it's a question of a little bit of a time, a little bit of adjustment for us to and our network to work out on what works for each segment, and then we'll bounce back.
What is the brand's take on the EV policy? Is it finally time to bring the L-Rock maybe to India?
No, I think EV policy just out off the blocks. No surprises there. Most of the contours of the EV policy are known for the last 1 year. So definitely to be a relevant player going forward, you have to be in the EV space. There's no two questions about it. What product, what time, I think for the next time.
But is it not this year per se?
No, I think the inflection point in India will come somewhere around end of 26, beginning of 27. That's when, and it's not by chance, it's when the manufacturing capabilities are available, when supply chains have stabilized, when also the new CAFE norms, kick in. So everybody's preparing for that, and so are we.
So I'm obviously jumping the gun, but I would like to know, because since you already have set up a plant in India, would that be an option, manufacturing, EV for the masses in India?
No, if you have to be a relevant player and if you have to utilize or take use of the market that exists, you have to localize. There is no way you can actually, plug and play from your global portfolio products in a mass scale. So if you have to be a mass player in the EV segment, you have to localize.
Given that you're just coming in from the hot hatch launch, the Volkswagen Golf GTI, we are expecting something from Škoda as well, the Octavia. What's the timeline for that?
So I will leave that for the next interaction we have, but definitely that's on the cards.
Given that the after sales is of course a sore talking point for the brand, how are you going to approach this and change things in India?
I think at the end of the day, if you look at it over the last 5 years, a lot has changed on the way we approach service. I think the first stumbling block was the cost of ownership that had a negative perception around our brand. That we have addressed to a very, very large extent. Today, a Kodiaq or a Kushaq, you can get serviced for basically 6,000 to 7,000 rupees a year, which is not even available in smaller segments. This year, we have also standardized the 1-year SMP, which includes parts also. So for 1 year, basically your maintenance is free. So the cost of ownership part has been taken care of. Secondly was our parts availability. So that also is not a question mark anymore. Most of our products are localized, so supply chains are more nimble and we are able to make sure that parts are available to our customers at any point of time. Our service rates of part supplies are more than 96% right now, one of the best in the industry now. The third aspect is service quality. I think that is where the challenge will continue for some time, and that is one of the priorities for me to address, because we are ramping up our network also to a large extent. And when you ramp up your network, you also also have to make sure that your people have the capability to provide service. So that's an ongoing job that we are tackling right now, and that is a priority for me.
And we had a blast yesterday, with the Kodiak on an off-road track.
Yeah.
But of course, the customers want a diesel engine as well. So what can you tell me about that?
No, I think, as I said, we've just launched the Kodiak. At the end of the day, you also have to choose your battles. You have to choose what makes sense for you at that point of time. At this point of time, the priority for us as a brand, as a team, is the new baby in town, the Kodiak. That is what I would like to focus on. All other things can wait.
All right. Thank you so much for your time and good luck with your new journey.
Thank you so much.
With that, it's a wrap on this week's edition of Overdrive. But remember, you can stay in touch with the team through our various social media platforms, and you can write to us on YouTube as well. We'll see you next week. Until then, drive and ride safe.